Good morning, children. Let us begin with Standard 4 EVS, Unit 1. Let's go to school every day, Part 1. So, as we all know, that India is a very large and a vast country, and there are different types of places in India. Some are hilly areas, some are rocky places, some are deserts, some are flat plains, some have forest. So in our country India we have all different types of places, and in whole India there are hundreds and hundreds of children who go to school. So, in this lesson, we will learn that how the children in different places who are some children are living in the mountainous places, some live in the forest, some live in the deserts, some live near the seas. So, how these children they reach to their school? Why school? Because school is the place where every children have to go. It is the right of every child that they need education and they need to go to school. So this lesson will tell us that how different children go to school. So let us begin. You come to school every day. All come to school in different ways. Some by walk, some by a rickshaw, or on a bicycle, or on a scooter. Likewise, all have to come to school in their own ways, but it is not the same at every place. At many places, going to school is very challenging. So these lines tell us that we all children go to school and every day we need to go to school. And all come to school by different ways. Some go walking, some use their bicycle, some of your parents come to drop you and take you from school. Some go by bus, some go by rickshaw, some go by school vans. But this mean of transport is not the same for the children living in different places. So now let us meet some children and know how they reach their school. So now we will read and we will know how different children in different places reach their school. So here we can see there is an auto rickshaw and the children are sitting in the auto rickshaw. So where is this place? We live in Ahmedabad city. School is very far from our home, so we cannot easily go to school. We use auto rickshaw to reach the school. So here we can see that in Ahmedabad, in this place, the children are saying that the school is very far from their home, so they have to use an auto rickshaw to reach their school every day. Now talking about the cement bridge. Now we have seen bridges and we also have a bridge in a city. And many of the children, they cross the bridge to reach the school every day. In the same manner, the bridge is built to cross over the railway lines or over rivers and oceans or seas. So let us see what this cement bridge is made of. We are living on either side of the river. Bridge is built over the river. We go to school by crossing this bridge. This bridge is made of cement, bricks, and iron rods. Bridge has stairs too. So why are these stairs made in the bridge? So that even people can walk and cross the bridge. And mostly these bridges are used by the vehicles to go from one place to the other. And even people use to move from one place to the other. And to cross, sometimes we need to use these bridges which are made of cement, iron rods and bricks. So it is a very strong structure which is used for crossing the road. So one place we saw that in Ahmedabad, children went to school by rickshaw. Now we talk about another place in Gujarat, that is Bet Dwarka. Now this place, it is situated near the sea. It is surrounded by water. So some places of Gujarat are surrounded by water. So boats are used. We are living in this kind of area. We use boat to go to school. Bet Dwarka is also the same kind of place. So this place, which is Bet Dwarka, is situated near the sea. So the children, they need a boat to move from their home and reach the school. So you can see in the picture how the school children, they travel by a small boat, and within few minutes they reach their destination, that is their school, and they have to use a boat. They don't go by a rickshaw or a bus. They use the boat. Why? Because they are living near the sea. This area of Dwarka is surrounded by water. If you see in the map, this is the state of Gujarat. You can see Ahmedabad towards the right, and right towards the left in that red box, you can see at the tip is Dwarka. Now Dwarka is right at the tip towards the left, and you can see all blue with on the side of Dwarka. Means there is only water and sea, with and Dwarka is surrounded by the water. So here the children, if they want to go to some nearby place, they need a boat to reach their place. So in this place, children use boat to reach their school. Now we can see the picture of a camel cart. So where will you think the children use a camel cart? Correct, in the desert area where there is only sand. And the best animal which can be used in the desert is the camel. So children use a camel cart. Why a camel cart? So that many children together can reach their school. So we live in the desert. There is sand all around. Sand gets very hot during the day. We ride in a camel cart to reach school. Now desert is a place where during the day it is very, very hot. So children can't go walking in that hot areas. So many children together, they use a camel cart to reach their school. How we children, many children together, we go in a bus or a school van or a rickshaw. So in the same way, in the deserts, the children use a camel cart to go to their schools. So here you can see the picture of a desert. You can see there is only sand and sand and sand all over. So children can't go walking through this sandy place. So they have to use a camel cart to reach their schools. So here we see a bullock cart. So children, where do we mostly see these bullock carts? Correct. Mostly in villages, in fields, we see these bullock carts where the villagers, they use this bullock cart to move from one place to the other. So the children who are studying and who are going to school in the villages, in far away, where they can't reach their school, they have to use the bullock cart to reach their schools. So now let us read. We live in a village. We ride on our bullock cart, going slowly through the green fields to school. If it is too sunny or raining, we use our umbrella. So here the children are saying that to reach their school, they use the bullock cart, and the bullock cart is a mean of transport which is not very fast. So they go slowly, passing through the fields which are green in color. The green fields, they pass through them slowly and they reach their schools. Now days are not the same. Some are sunny, some are windy, some are cloudy, and some are rainy. So on sunny and rainy days, these children, they use their umbrellas to cover their heads. In the summer, to cover their head from the blazing hot sun and in the rain, uh, to protect themselves from getting wet. So, bullock cart is also a mean of transport to move from one place to the other. Families on holidays or anywhere where they have to reach to another nearby village, they use a bullock cart in the villages. Now, talking about the bicycle ride, this is the best mean of transport. And nowadays, where the price of petrol and diesel is increasing and there is so much pollution, the best way to go to nearby places is by riding a cycle. To go to near places, we should avoid using bikes and scooties and cars, because the petrol that we are using, we cannot use it again. But a cycle, it is the best, healthiest mode of transport. It keeps you healthy also. So here we can see that certain students, certain girls, they are using their bicycles to go to school. Our school is far away. At first, girls here did not go to school, but now all the girls easily go to school on the bicycle. So, here in this place, earlier the girl children were not allowed to go to school. Why? Because the schools were very far and they felt that it was not safe to send their girls to school. But nowadays, they have started using the bicycle and to reach their school. So now the girls are also allowed to go to school using their bicycles. So here also there is another picture where you can see girls using the bicycles to go to the market, and also they go to the school using their bicycles. And this is the most healthiest mean of transport which keeps you healthy. There is no pollution, and nowadays when the petrol and diesel prices are so high, it is best to use the bicycle to go to school. Now here you can see there is a school bus or a school van. Many children who live very far and they come from another suburb or places which are very little far from the school also arranges a school bus for such children, where the school bus goes to far off places and pick up the children and bring them to school every day. We are living very far from school. School has arranged a vehicle for us in which we go to school every day. So this is a mean of transport, a school bus, which we know they are mostly yellow in color, the school buses, and they are arranged by the school so that this bus can go to different areas which are very far and pick up the children and bring them to school every day. Now we learnt about the children living in the city of Ahmedabad, Bet Dwarka, some living in the village, some in the desert. Now these are the children who live in the jungle, in the forest areas. How do these children go to school? So let us read and find out. We live in Gir forests. We have to go through a thick forest to reach school. It is very silent in jungle that we can hear the sound of different birds and animals. We go to school through the jungle every day. Now if you see in this picture, you see there are so many children, one walking one behind the other. They all go in a group, walking in a line through the jungle. Now as we know, a jungle is the place where birds and wild animals live. So they say that these children say that they go to school every day crossing through this jungle area, and this area is so silent that they can hear the sound of different birds and animals when they are crossing from the forest, and they also can recognize different birds, the sound of the birds and animals because they do cross the forest every day. So now they have started recognizing the sounds of the birds and animals also. And this is the most dangerous way, I suppose, but still, the children who want to study, they go to their school by any means of transport. Now to talk about Rocky Mountains, where there are big stones and rocks. We live on the mountains. The paths are rocky and uneven. For others, the path is difficult, but we can easily come up and down. We use this path to go to school. Now, the children who are living here in the mountain areas, how do they reach their school? They go walking. They have no means of transport of cycle or cars or buses. They need to cross the Rocky Mountains. The mountains here are full of big rocks and stones. So they walk through this way. They say that walking through these ways, it is very difficult for people like you and me, but they can walk very fast. Why? Because they are the ones who are crossing every day. So they know exactly how to walk and where to keep their foot on this rocky mountains. And this is the way how they reach their school every day. Now in this picture we can see a girl sitting on a chair. What type of a chair is this? So let us read and know. My name is Nidhi. I study in 4th standard. I cannot do the work easily like other children. My legs are not working by birth. At first, I found difficult to go to school. My mother was lifting me every day to school. But now I am coming to school at my own. I have been provided with a wheelchair by which I go regularly to school. So here, this girl who is sitting on the chair, her name is Nidhi, and she says that how she reaches school. She says that from birth she has some problem in her leg, so she could not walk. So it was very difficult for her to go to school every day because she could not walk normally like other children. So her mother used to carry her every day to school and bring her back from school carrying her home. So this was very difficult and she found it very difficult to go to school. But now she says that she is being provided with a chair with wheels. So it is called a wheelchair. So when she sits on this chair, she can ride it by herself and she can go to any place that she wants. And the place that she goes every day regularly is the school. So she rides to school on this wheelchair and she finds it very easy to reach school every day. Here you can see the picture of a wheelchair. Nowadays there are modern chairs designed for this wheelchair where they have brakes and where the person sitting on the chair can ride the cycle very easily. So here in your textbook there is a table that and there is a question that which kind of difficulties physically disabled people face. Physically disabled people are the people who are handicapped. They cannot do anything by themselves, like people who are blind, who cannot see, who are deaf, who cannot hear. So what type of difficulties such children face when they have to move from one place to the other? So the disability first is handicapped. Handicapped means they don't have hands or legs. Blind, the people who cannot see. Deaf is the people who cannot hear, and dumb, the people who cannot speak. So what difficulties do they face? We have to write in the next column. So the people who are handicapped, who do not have hands and legs, what difficulty do they face? They cannot do the work easily like others. If you don't have hands, you can't do your work fast. You cannot work at all. people who do not have legs, they cannot move fast as how we walk normally. People who are blind, they cannot see, so it is very difficult for them to do any work. And the people who are deaf and dumb, deaf is people who cannot hear and dumb is people who cannot speak, so they cannot communicate very fast like with other people how normal people do. So this is all the difficulties which the physically disabled people face. Here is one more way that how children can reach their school, and it is a rope way. Now this way is used mostly to reach from one mountain area to another mountainous place. So a ropeway is used. And where have we seen it? Have you ever been to Pavagad or Ambaji? There is ropeway to reach the temple from down to up. Ropeway consists of a strong rope of wires and trolley. We sit in the trolley and go up. Get extra information of a ropeway from your teacher. Many states have this kind of way to cross river or valley. School children also use this. Now, as I said, a ropeway we use to move from one mountain to another, or when we need to climb a very high up mountain. Certain places have this ropeway. So, right from the from the ground level, we can use this trolley, sit in that trolley. It is like a big basket, how we see in a giant wheel, and we move on that rope and we reach the top of the mountain. Such ropeway is seen in Pavagad and also in Ambaji. There are certain such ways ropeway is used. It is also there in Udaipur. So this is also the way on people and children use. Certain children go to school using this way. When they live very low lying area and they have to reach a very high up place, they use this rope way. See children, this is a rope way and this is the trolley in which we sit and we can pass from one place to the other. You can see there are two trolleys. One trolley is passing from the lower line to the upper level, and the other trolley is passing from the upper level to the lower level. And in this way people can move, and even children use this to go to school. Except this, in many states, because of heavy rain, there is lot of water. So to cross it, bridge of bamboo is made. At many places, wooden plank or bridge made of rope is used. No matter whether there is a dense forest, farms, rivers, mountains or deserts, we will regularly reach school. So as we saw many ways of transport to reach the school. But no matter, in certain places, all these means of transport are also not available. So in such places also, wooden bridges are made and they are used for crossing, and the children also use to cross it to go to school. In certain places, only a wooden plank is placed from one place to another so that they can cross and go to another place easily. So in whatever situation, the main aim is to reach school. So in any situation you are living, we reach school every day on time and using any means of transport. So here we see a picture of a bamboo bridge and a wooden plank, and how people are crossing the way to reach their destination. So here you can see a bridge made of bamboo and how people are crossing, and you can see certain school children also using this bridge to cross from a river or a small lake, and they cross using it and they go to school. You can see a person is riding a bike over it, and here is made of rope. It's a bridge. You can see how long it is, and this is made over a river, and people are using to cross this play from one place to the other. Now this is a small activity for you, that you go to a ground or an open space with your friends or your brother or sister, and act the way you will walk in these situations. So now you have to feel that when you walk on certain places like a rocky mountain place, or through fields and forest, how would you feel? What is your reaction when you go through such ways? So your first way is the ground is flat, soft and smooth. So when the ground is very small, soft, smooth and flat, when you walk on it, how do you feel? Or when the ground is covered with thorns, thorns are kata. So when there are thorns on the way and you have to walk through that path, how will you feel? The ground is rocky and uneven. Rocky and uneven means there are big stones and small stones, and in such way you need to walk. It is a desert and sand is hot. And if you have to walk in the desert, only sand everywhere, and then that sand is very hot. And when you walk in such situations, how do you feel? You just need to uh, feel and have that experience, that how the children living in these areas must be feeling when they go to school every day. So we should also know their experience. So is there a difficulty in the way you walked each time? So you just talk to your parents or your sisters or your brothers or your friends that when you use such path to go to school, to reach any place, how do you feel? Now in your textbook, in this unit, which kind of vehicles and roads children use to go to school, we need to write it. So here in this place we need to write that what do children use to go to school. So let us fill in these blocks. So what do children use? Children use auto rickshaws, they use a boat, bicycle, some use bridge to cross, some use camel cart, and some use wheelchair. So here you can write anything that you use to go to school. So dear children, I hope you have understood this lesson. So your homework is that you need to read this lesson at least once or twice at home. And the question answers and other exercises will be discussed in part 2. So thank you and have a very nice day.